What you are about to hear is part of the Podgods Network. If you have a problem with anything you hear, please write it in an email and go fuck yourself. Enjoy the show!
Hello everybody and welcome to the Atheist Agenda on this. Looks like 12/18/2013. Yes, we've officially crossed into the twilight zone of AM. Well, I don't know if this would be AM radio or PM. Yeah, I think it depends on at what time you're getting in drunk. Because if you're drunk and you're getting in and you're stumbling in, it's still fucking night. So this is the PM radio. If you're up because you have nothing else better to do, it's probably AM radio. So, anyway, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining me. And today we're going to be discussing a few things. I'm going to go over some news. And, you know, I've been meaning to get around to completely destroying Catholicism. And I was in the process of doing so and getting all my facts and figures and all this kind of stuff together like I normally do, like a responsible, I don't know if you can call me a journalist, but at least a responsible, I don't know, radio dude, I guess. I don't know. But I'm looking at everything, and what I do is I check all news outlets. This is my process. I check CNN and NBC and Al Jazeera and all of these things, and it is completely amazing to me because I really don't watch television. I really don't have any interest in it. I mean, I might have interest in some series, and I'll go download that shit or I'll go watch it on my own time. But I really don't watch TV. I don't have time for it. And I think it's been right around a week or so since my last show, which I usually, try to do 2 a week. But, it's finals. This is finals week. So I'm doing all my finals in college, and I'm just, and please don't mistake that for someone that's like a young kid. I am 43 years old and going to college, and, so yeah, it's one of those things. But like I'm saying, I don't get enough time to watch television, and so whenever somebody tells me about these things on television, this, that, and the other, I usually go look them up and get a true story behind them, and then I get several sources about what someone tells me. And so as I'm looking through the headlines and all that, and I'm going to read some of the headlines to you. I'm just going to read the headline, the caption, and exactly what it says. Because it is amazing to me, the fucking stupidity of this country. I love my country, I really do. But the stupidity of this country is a direct relation to the media. It's a direct relation. One of the headlines that I came across, this is like, I think it was on CNN, is a Pokemon card sold for $17,500 fucking dollars. That was a headline. I mean, I remember when I grew up, the headlines were shit that was happening that affected the world. Now the headlines are what fucking Kim Kardashian is doing and who Paris Hilton is blowing this week. And, whether or not Miley Cyrus and her boyfriend broke up and what was the reason. This is the headlines today. I mean, you can't trust Fox because Fox is got their own fucking agenda. They're doing their shit about, anti-Democrat left and right. MSNBC is slightly better. They're somewhat more balanced, but at least, they have an agenda for the Democratic thing. CNN, kind of swings to the Republican way. They have an agenda. Al Jazeera is the only news source that I've ever found that doesn't give a fuck about what's happening in our pop culture and gives the news all over the world that you probably don't fucking know about. I'll give you an example. I'm looking around and I see what is Barbara Walters' top 10 most fascinating people. And I said to myself, well, that's interesting. You know, I mean, I respect Barbara Walters. I've been watching Barbara Walters since I was a kid. You know, I mean, really, wonderful. So this is what Barbara Walters has come up with, is her top 10 influential and fascinating people of 2013. All right, and the only reason I'm leading right into this is because I'm so fucking irritated by it. She's worse than Time Magazine. At least at Time Magazine, I can understand. Well, I can understand anybody on their fucking list, but at least with Time Magazine, on my previous episode, I would give them a little more credibility. You know, if they were to say a bunch of people I've never heard of, these are the most influential people in our time, I might say, well, it is fucking Time Magazine. I mean, they might have some idea what the fuck they're talking about. But no. Barbara Walters, her top 10 list, and I just need to get into this because this, it's like she mirrored Time Magazine. And I want to start and stop on this kind of a little bit, and you know, I think the program's on tomorrow at like 9:00 or something like that. This is her 10 most fascinating people of 2013. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to do is she started doing this shit in 1993. All right, now I want to give you a 1993 top 10. And I'm going to give you a 2013 top 10. And I have to say that this stupid bitch, this Barbara Walters, this dumbass woman, needs to get the fuck off television. She's like 84 years old. She needs to go away. 1993, Maya Angelou. She's an author and a poet. Connie Chung. Very influential at the time because of the fact that, you know, her popularity. She was a newscaster. She was well respected. Listen to this. Hillary Rodham Clinton, 1983. Okay? Hillary Rodham Clinton. Barry Diller, which was a media executive at the time. Clint Eastwood, I can understand that. Clint was big at that time, especially with his in the things he was directing. And even though he is a Republican and, you know, he's full of shit, I mean, he is influential in a way. I mean, he's a course of American movie cinema is just amazing. James Freed, which was an architect. Jack Kevorkian. Now, that is influential because the shit that he did back in 1993 and all through until he went to prison and this, that, and the other is still being talked about and still being decided on in courts of law. The right to die and how you die. Which I'm all for him. I think they should let the man go, let him go kill as many people as they'll let him kill. I would like Jack Kevorkian, if I ever decided to commit suicide, I want Jack Kevorkian to do it. So, you know, got no problem with him. Katie Lang, well, you know, she was lesbo at the time, which, again, I have no problem with at all, to any extent. But I think she was just coming out at the time a little bit. So one of the first women kind of to do that, and she was huge. David Letterman, I get it. He's a huge impact on our culture. Rush Limbaugh, which I think is an absolute fucking douchebag. But nonetheless, he is in, you know, our mainstream media, even today. Even today. Still causes a quake in radio. Shaquille O'Neal, yeah, he was the biggest athlete at the time. And Stan Winston, a special effects artist. I agree with all that in 1993. I mean, we were just coming out of the 80s and weren't a whole lot of fucking shit happening. So, I mean, I get it. She goes from that list to this list. This is going to be announced tomorrow. Well, it's going to be on her show. In 2013, this is her top 10 most influential people list in the world. Jennifer Lawrence. If you don't know who she is, and I have nothing against her, I think she's a nice girl. I don't know about such a great actress. I really haven't watched anything she's been in other than Hunger Games, because that's the only thing worthwhile she's been in is Hunger Games. Robin Roberts. She's a news anchor. She's a woman that had the cancer. I believe she's on CNN. I'm not completely sure, but I understand. She's an influential news anchor. That I kind of get. Edward Snowden. Abso-fucking-lutely. She actually nailed that one. That guy, to me, this year, is by far one of the greatest. I mean, absolutely. What he did and the things he spelled out. Now, if you're a Republican, you fucking hate me for saying this, but the fact that he exposes that the government is spying on our email, that they do things like that, I think is revolutionary. And, you know, I wish the best for him. And he should get a fucking peace award, I swear to God. Here's the next one. Prince George of Cambridge. Now, if you don't know who Prince George is, he's like 2 months old. he's the new baby. You gotta be fucking kidding me. How is this the most fascinating person or one of the most fascinating people in 2013? The kid ain't said a fucking word yet. I mean, this is William and what's-her-face's kid. Unbelievable. It just gets crazier from here. The next one, the Robertson family. Now, do you know who that is? Let me explain who that is. This is reality television stars, okay? This is Duck Dynasty. These are the people in Duck Dynasty. It's a reality show about people that make duck calls. And they've amassed some sort of a fortune because evidently they're very good at it. But this is the whole family. This is one of the most influential people in 2013. Duck Dynasty. Gets crazier again. Kim Kardashian. I am so tired of hearing about this fucking bitch. I am so sick. I mean, you know, if women or teenagers or whatever are looking up to this fucking bitch, you're out of your fucking mind. I mean, she is a dope. She is a fucking moron. All right? The only reason that she is even remotely famous is from a reality television show. And she has famous parents. That's it. That's all. This bitch doesn't contribute shit to humanity. She is, not only that, but she continues to fuck anybody she can get a hold of. She's so desperate to get married to squeeze out a baby that, you know what she does? She fucks Kanye West. That's her man. They just had a baby. Kanye West, the biggest fucking black idiot motherfucker that's in pop music today. This guy drives a Lamborghini. He's huge. Kanye West. She settles with that piece of shit. But it's understandable because he's just as fucking stupid as she is. Just as fucking stupid as she is. You don't... Oh, I know what you're telling me. You don't believe me, do you? You don't believe me that he's stupid. Well, I've got a couple of clips. Now, I have to set this one clip up because what this is Kanye goes on this radio station, right? I think it's out of Chicago. He goes on this radio station and he decides, one of the guys at the radio station likes his music, like what he's contributed to music, but thinks he's a fucking sellout and calls him on it every second. Calls him on it. Now, Kanye is the louder voice in this clip, and I want you to listen to the way that this man speaks and realize this is why Kim picked him, because he's just as big a fucking idiot as she is. And believe me, Kanye, if for some reason, which probably ain't going to happen, but if for some reason you hear this, run, motherfucker, run. Okay? Or get a really good fucking prenup, because I know they're not married yet. Get a good fucking prenup. Because this bitch will take you for every fucking thing you have. And you're a fucking idiot for knocking this stupid bitch up. But anyway, he is an idiot. And I'm going to play this for you. It's about 5 minutes and 52 seconds. And this is this guy Kanye West in a radio station, and this guy calling him on everything he is. Now, you got to remember, this guy does respect him. He does respect him as an artist. He does not respect him because he's two-faced, and he calls him out on it, and I think it's the greatest clip ever. So, without further ado, here's Kanye West getting his ass repeatedly handed to him by this radio guy, which I think is fantastic.
You know, I'm showing my family, and I think, actually, I have a love-hate relationship with the paparazzi, but actually I love them because they empowering us. They empowering us over, you know, a Graydon Carter or a Vanity Fair that want to say, you know, Kate Upton is Marilyn Monroe. Kate Upton ain't Marilyn Monroe. Kim Marilyn Monroe. You know that. She was controversial. She controversial. This is reality. I'm living inside of a dream world.
Do you not like the reception Jesus has gotten? All
right, now the guy that's talking was speaking first, talking about fucking Marilyn Monroe or some shit. And this guy tries to put him back on point repeatedly and then calls him out for being a fucking sellout. And yeah, it's just great. Anyway, I'm not going to interrupt anymore. Just list the rest of it. Remember, the guy that's talking right now is the guy that's about to call him out on everything.
I didn't like the album at all. And I was a Kanye West fan.
Yeah.
But Jesus was whack to me.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So what were you saying?
Like, to me, it seems like you're such a walking contradiction because you'll denounce the corporations, but then you'll get on stage and say you need Nike and Adidas to back you. That makes no sense to me.
100%.
But how can you denounce the corporations, say F the corporations, and say you feel like a slave, but then ask the companies to back you?
It ain't that I feel like a slave. We are mentally enslaved. We enslaved to brands. We enslaved to like a bin symbol. We enslaved to chains. A woman is enslaved to the concept of diamonds are a girl's best friend. Like girls in London don't even wear engagement ring. That's all been programmed into us. When we born artists. We born free, and then we held down by society's perception of us. We just don't want to be embarrassed. And
Okay, I gotta say this first. The only reason I'm playing you this, because I can give a fuck what Kanye does, is Kim Kardashian is on the list, and I went into her and how much of an idiot she is. Kanye West is right below her on the most influential people of 2013. This is why I'm playing this. I should have prefaced that. This guy, it's the Robertson family, Duck Dynasty, Kim Kardashian, Kanye West. So, I want you to listen to this with a new kind of thing now. I want you to listen to this knowing that Barbara Walters thinks that this stupid motherfucker is influential. That he should even be heard from other than a fucking album. Stand by.
I took the opportunity to look as stupid as possible. I'm saying, when I was in Chicago and watched The Throne, I was going to change my outfit to some normal leather pants and stuff. And they tailored it. One was too tight. Then the next one ripped on me. And I felt like God was like, nah, man, you can't be scared in Chicago because there's a bunch of gangsters and it's where you grew up. I want you to wear that kilt in Chicago. I want you to release that fear. I want you to show as an artist that you could create to the highest level. You know what I'm saying? So,
what that got to do with you denouncing corporations, but then still asking corporations to be in business with you? That's where the contradiction comes in. That's where you confuse.
I'm not denouncing the corporation. I'm denouncing the people that have the job at the corporation at that time. Because, you know, when I wanted to get my deal, it was A&Rs that don't work there no more telling me how I needed to work with another rapper or how I wasn't a rapper and blah, blah. And now it's people that's at the corporations. They got the ability and the facilities that if I put my genius to it, that I can affect culture in a higher way, the way I affected people when I made them Louis. Right. And I affected people when I made them Yeezys. So I ain't going at Nike as a corporation. I'm going at the people that's running the corporation. And I'm saying, I'm going to hit you in the chest until you listen to me because you feel like you ain't got to.
I ain't going after Nike as a corporation. I'm going after the people that be working at the corporation. Well, ain't those the motherfuckers that gave you your deal, you dumb fuck? The people that work there run the company. What do you mean you ain't after the company? What, you're not after the swoosh symbol? You're not into that? That's okay? But the people that work at the company and shit, that's the people I don't like. What the fuck is that supposed to mean, you dumbass? Oh my God. What the fucking idiot? All right, here we go.
Real revolutionaries didn't need money to change the world. Mike wasn't rich. Martin Luther King Jr. wasn't rich. I don't understand why everything is so much about money and stuff to you.
Because you need product. You need to own something to have a voice at this point. Because I'm telling you,
You already got it. You don't need to own something to have a voice. You have a voice. You got on stage and you said, George, don't care about black people. You use your voice.
I can use my voice, but what happened if y'all don't buy no other albums? Then that voice, people gonna say, oh, he like Arsenio Hall, and he was turning up too much, and now you fired. But when you got money, can't nobody fire you.
No, you know what makes me buy your albums? The great music you produce. You know what makes me not buy your albums? This new narcissistic, egotistical personality you got. That's what turns me off. It makes me say, I'm not going to this show. I don't want him rant. I don't want to buy his records.
Exactly, but I'm thinking that your last name is the God, right?
Absolutely.
So anybody that's a God can recognize a God. Jesus can Jesus can recognize Jesus. I mean, you know, y'all know what it is. It's
and
still
God's got to keep other gods on point too.
Keep me on point, brother.
When we see him not on their square.
Yo,
don't seem like you on your square right now, bro.
I'm 100% on my square, but I ain't saying I couldn't use no tighten up. I'm not saying I'm infallible, that I'm flawless. I'm saying I got a cause. You can't deny if I had a pair of red Yeezys for y'all now, y'all wouldn't want that.
You do realize that's not why we love you. We love you because of the music, bro. You gave us that feeling with albums like College Dropout, Graduation, Late Registration. We don't care about your designing sneakers and clothes and all that. That means nothing to us.
Yeah, no, Yeezys do mean something to the culture.
Not more than the music. Not more
Wait,
than
so
the
you
music.
don't.
If you're a genius, why do you feel the need to tell everybody? Why you just don't show and prove by actions and deeds and not words and lip service?
Because when I ask Nike when the Yeezys come out, they say we ain't sure yet. That's the reason I'm doing crowdsourcing of public opinion to turn up and let y'all understand what I'm going through. I came here to Charlemagne the God to talk directly to the people so y'all could understand what I'm dealing with. So y'all get some clarity.
People don't care about your rich problems. Those are rich problems. The fact that the fashion designers won't accept you, Nike won't accept you, we don't care. We just want Ye to make great music. That's what Ye does for the people. He gives us great music that helps us get through our lives.
You know what?
Is his name Ye? I mean, I'm clueless as far as urban shit. Is that what they call that motherfucker now? Ye? Kanye's too labor intensive. We need to call him Ye. Oh my God. Oh, what a fucking moron. That's amazing. Yeah, I got something for my little 7-year-old daughter's in town. And she's spending time with me. She's here with me. She's asleep right now. She came to visit Dad for 5 days. And I had her cut this for me, and I think this is absolutely a perfect thing to say to that. And I don't even know what to say to it, so I'm going to have my daughter Faith say it.
I refuse to argue with someone who has a diminished mental capacity. I refuse to argue with someone who has a diminished mental capacity. I refuse to...
There you go, Annie. I refuse to argue someone with a diminished mental capacity. She came up with that on her own. I didn't do anything. Oh, my God. I mean, this guy is just a fucking idiot. So what happened is he decided I don't know if this is the same... I don't know if this is the same thing, but I was looking at Fox News, and what he did was he basically had said, and I think Fox News quotes him, and I have the clip here for that too. It's about 3 minutes and 47 seconds. They quote him, and what he did was he compared his job to a police officer's, and you know the risk and the problems he has and all that kind of stuff to a police officer or a fireman. He thinks he's that fucking important. And so a police chief, I think he was in like Ohio or somewhere, wrote him a letter or put it on Twitter or something talking about, anyway, I'll let you guys hear it. It's friggin' hilarious. I won't play the whole thing, just up to what that guy says. And it's really interesting. Stand by.
I'm a police chief calling out rapper Kanye West. Brimfield, Ohio. This is the chief, David Oliver, publishing a scathing open letter on Facebook after hearing the rapper's comments on a radio show comparing the risks of his job to the dangers our police and military face. Kanye saying this during a recent radio interview, quote, "I think about my family and I'm like, wow, this is like being a police officer or something, or like war or something. You're literally going out to do your job every day knowing that something could happen to you." Well, Chief Oliver fired back in his letter saying in part, quote, "I want to thank you for putting your life on the line for all of us every day. Your job is just some very dangerous work. Most people don't consider if you rap really fast without a chance to inhale, you could pass out and hit your head." And he ended his letter with this rhyme: "Check yourself before..."
Absolutely the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. That's absolutely amazing. Oh my God, call that stupid fucker out. Anyway, so that's essentially what happened. And then this is, again, one of the most fascinating people of 2013. Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, and I got to tell you this. Do you know who's right under both of those fucking idiots? Another fucking idiot that I talked about. Miley Cyrus. Yes, Miley Cyrus is under the 10 most fascinating people of 2013. Miley fucking Cyrus. The girl with the tongue and the hair problem. That bitch. I think she barely got out of fucking high school. Not even sure she graduated. I don't know. I can't say for sure. But this bitch, this stupid motherfucker, this idiot that shows young women growing up, because the girl is only like 21, shows young women growing up that idolize her, yes, it's okay to stick your tongue out and dry hump people on stage. Oh, well, you know, I take it back. Maybe she is one of the most influential people of 2013 because, congratulations, you've just thrown every teenage girl that watches you thinks that acting like a fucking slut on stage is okay, I guess. You know, between Britney Spears and between all you fucking idiots that decide you want to go batshit crazy because you've been a star since birth. Yeah, okay. Wonderful. Thanks for teaching our kids that shit. My own daughter says, she's an idiot. I'm like, yeah, she is, honey. Next on the list is Diana Nyad. She's the swimmer. She's 64 years old. Not that I think she's... Hey guys, how you doing? We are having some serious technical difficulties here, evidently. I don't know. It's been storming around here and this, that, and the other, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to play a couple of things, but I think that this loss of internet connectivity is